Hi guys, welcome back, and this is part 4, and probably thankfully for some of you the last part of these back issue hauls. I appreciate everybody that watches, and I am going to get back and get to watch everybody's videos really soon. I got one more week of work, like I said, my first video, and 23 straight days, and I am going to be in heaven because I will not be at work. I will be in my man cave, for some of those days off, and I will be catching up on a lot of stuff. So I got probably saved the best for last here. It's a big, I guess you would call like a mega haul. There might be a few Silver Age books in here, but the bulk of it is Bronze Age, and I got 2 or 3, maybe 4 real key books that I was happy to get. So we'll just we'll start off. Okay. This was a cheapie. I just upgraded a copy of I already had, but here's Justice Incorporated #1. It's a really cool Joe Kubert cover. Denny O'Neil was kind of adapting this character, and I think Al McWilliams did the art on the first, and I think the rest of them were done by Jack Kirby. So really cool book there. Amazing Adventures #30, Killraven. Really cool P. Craig Russell art on that. Astonishing Tales 36, Deathlock. Really cool Rich Buckler cover. Another guy that I think is underappreciated because he did a lot of great work for Marvel and DC. Okay, Doctor Strange #35. Awesome Gene Colan cover. It might have been on the interiors too, I'm not sure. And Doctor Strange #49. And this was part of Marshall Rogers' run on this title. Very cool cover, did the interiors. And #50, again, more Marshall Rogers art. Another awesome cover. This is just a reader copy, but it's a issue of Flash that I didn't have from the original run. #278, Dick Giordano cover. And I probably already showed this book, but like I say, it was probably another $1 book, and I think it was better than the copy I had. But Howard the Duck Annual #1. Of course, now one of these giant size square bound books. Another title I'm closing in on getting the completing, Invaders #36, with the floating heads, and I know some of you really despise. I know Captain Strangelove doesn't like the floating heads. Anyway, pretty cool title, cool cover. Here's #39. And we have John Carter, Warlord of Mars #7. A really beautiful cover on that one. Not sure who did this. I know Dave Cockrum did a lot of art on this, and Murphy Anderson. I'm not sure who this is on the cover, but nice one. No mistaking who did this cover is #10, John Quarter, I don't know, something like that. Warlord of Mars #10, Gil Kane cover. Upgraded a couple of my JLAs. #156. Speaking of Rich Buckler, great cover. And #158, another Rich Buckler cover. Okay, the issue of Marvel Team Up #68, Spider-Man and Man-Thing, John Byrne cover. And there's some more DC. Weird War Tales, number 25. This I just really love this title. I think a lot of these covers are done by a lot of the same guys that did the mystery books for DC. I think this is probably Luis Dominguez. Not sure. I am sure on this one, number 34, Weird War, with the Dominguez cover. Just love the colors on this one. This is what you call a Captain Strangelove cover, red and yellow and green. And this is one I was really wanting for a while, number 67. It's I got a 50-page giant, and you actually have a story in Weird War by Mike Grell. And this actually was a story that was printed in DC fanzine in the 70s called Amazing World of DC Comics. I think it was in issue 12 maybe. And I'm going to do a video on those if I haven't already. But it's I think the only time you ever see Mike Grell in a war comic, or Weird War. And you got a really cool Joe Kubert cover. Number 67. More Teen Titans. Tale of the Teen Titans, number 43. More Wolfman and Perez. Part of the Judas Contract, another great storyline. Secrets of Haunted House 26. And a cool Mike Kaluta cover. And Brave and Bold 191. The Joker appearance. They're kind of hard to find sometimes, because I think everybody that's a big Batman fan and Joker fan is going back and trying to get all the Joker appearances. But this is a really cool book. Jim Parrell art. And we have Conan the Barbarian King Size Annual number 3. Beautiful art on this. This is John Buscema and Ernie Chan cover. Say No More. Another issue of Defenders, Fill in a Gap, number 18. Against the Wrecking Crew. And this is like some 80s stuff. I think I had a copy of this, but it was in pretty bad shape. But this is Action Comics 662. This is where Lois, he finally reveals his secret to Lois Lane. I guess you could call it kind of a key, I don't know. Okay, Adventures of Superman 424. This is actually the first issue of this title. And it's continuing the original Superman run pre-Crisis. So this is the first issue of Superman post-Crisis, I guess you would say. Continuing from that original title. Jerry Ordway art. And I just picked this up because I like the character of the Heat, but this is Airborne number 25 from Eclipse Comics. I'm all about the swamp creatures, so pretty cool. And I upgraded my copy of All-Star Squadron number 1, another Rich Buckler cover. And I upgraded my Alpha Flight number 1, John Byrne. I really love the run he did on this, first 27 issues. Okay, more DC. First issue special number 3, Metamorpho. Ramona Fredon on the art. Got some Silver Age DC, filling in some gaps in my Legion books. Adventure Comics 380. Legion of Superheroes. This was actually the last appearance of the Legion. They started with their own feature in Adventure Comics from issue 300 through, they had 80 straight issues after that. And this is the last one, I think, before Supergirl became the lead character for a while. Pretty cool cover. Number 376, Neal Adams cover. Number 375, another Neal Adams cover. Okay, back to more Warlock and Jim Starlin. Strange Tales 179. And we got some Jack Kirby goodness here. Jimmy Olsen, number 143. Okay, DC Special number 2. This is actually kind of a hard issue to find. The Archie type characters, Binky. So I was kind of glad to get to only maybe 2 or 3 issues shy on this original run. I was glad to get this one. It was hard to get. Okay, I've got a run of Marvel Feature. A lot of you probably know, like, the first 3 issues were like the first, some of the first appearances by the Defenders, and these are the Ant-Man appearances. So, but I got them really cheap. But here's some great covers from Marvel in the 70s, great art. So here's number 4. Some of these great picture frame covers. Number 5 with a Herb Trimpe cover against the Egghead. Number 6 against Whirlwind, another Trimpe cover. Number 7, Gil Kane. Number 8, number 9, and number 10. Okay, here we go back to a little Charlton horror. This is probably my all-time favorite Tom Sutton horror cover. This is Ghost Manor number 23 in Charlton, and that is just a beautiful, beautiful cover. And got some Bronze Age Spider-Man number 133 against the Molten Man. And we've got 3 books that are kind of keys. I'll show this one first. This is not really a key, it's just a magazine. But Creepy number 41. This has got some great stories and art in it. You have Bruce Jones, Wally Wood, Ernie Colon, I think Al Williamson did some art in this one. This is just a really awesome cover. This one came in a Mylar sleeve. You know, these things are expensive. You try to get Mylar on the magazine size books. Okay, see the last 3 for bet, or the best for last here. You know, some of you may or may not know, Marvel Team Up 53. You have Spider-Man and Hulk, but it's guest starring the X-Men, and this is actually John Byrne's first art on the X-Men before him and Claremont started their run, their famous run. I had an issue of this, but it was pretty crappy shape, so I just I wanted to upgrade this one. So here you have John Byrne's very first artwork on the X-Men. Really cool story too. I think it's kind of can't remember. This might be continued from an annual or something, but okay, more Marvel features. Number 12, This is the first time I think the Thing had his own feature. This is before Marvel 2-in-1, and this is Jim Starlin. So the only, I think the only issue I have missing on this run is number 11. So, but this is really a really cool story. Got Iron Man guest starring in Blood Brothers. I think this is kind of goes along with the story from Iron Man 55. It's a really cool story. And last but not least, I wasn't a big fan of Daredevil. I got into it later, and I had a lot of like reprints and trades of Frank Miller's run, but I found this one at a really great price. I mean, it's probably very fine condition. And here we have Frank Miller's first arc on Daredevil, number 158. Awesome cover. So this one might be taking a prominent spot back on my shelf here. I don't know, but I was glad to get that. Oh, I had another book I pulled out a while ago that didn't go with the stack I had, but Hulk 393, Dale Cowan cover. So guys, that's all I got for now. And you're saying, oh my God, that's enough, right? But I appreciate everybody watching, and I'm glad to be able to have some time to make some videos. And like I say, here in a week or so, I'm really going to get back and catch up on everybody. I've been missing a whole lot of videos. I know it's been like a month or so. But I will be back to comment, and hopefully Google Plus won't be screwing around, and you know, not let me post comments or whatever. But anyway, guys, glad to be back. I appreciate all comments, and as ever, onward and upward.